My name is Kelly Dale, and today is Must Know Monday. One of the questions that I get a lot is, how do I tie off the thread? Everybody has their own technique. To me, the best way to do it is with half hitch knots, or to just weave your thread in as much as you can. But since I do get so many questions about it, I decided to go ahead today and show you how I do the half hitch knots and let you be able to see up close how I do these, because not all the time do I do it in the video for you to see. So I'm going to actually show you a project I'm working on for Thursday's video. That's what I'm going to be tying off. So if you have any questions, watch Thursday's video so you can actually see how to do the project. But I'm going to get this together and then we'll get started. So this is an earring that I'm going to show you on Thursday, and I've completely finished the project and I'm ready to tie the thread off. As you can see, the thread is coming out right here at this little point bead. I'm going to take the needle, and right here is the point bead, and then right here is the first bead that I added on this little teardrop drop down that I did. So as you can see, there's a little bit of thread right here in between the beads. I'm going to take the needle and I'm going to go under the thread between those two beads, and I'm going to leave myself just a little bit of a loop here. I'm going to stick the needle through the loop, and when I pull, I want to make sure that that little knot I'm making goes right in between those two beads that I just did. I'm going to stitch through a few beads, so I'm actually going to go down through these two 15s right here. There we go. And now my thread is coming out of the 15. The 15 is right next to this 11. So I'm going to take my needle, I'm going to put it right under the thread between those two beads. I'm going to leave myself a little bit of a loop, stick the needle through the loop and pull. And when I pull, I want to make sure that both those threads right there are under the same place, so that now that gives me another knot. Now I've stitched through this quite a bit, so I really don't have to worry about going making more knots than that. I mean, it really doesn't take that many knots to do a project or to tie a project off. And as you can see, I've got it really good and tight inside of that bead right there. So all I'll do now is just pull this down and then use my little thread zapper to get rid of that extra thread. So that's how easy it is to tie off the thread with the half hitch knots. Now while I've got you here, I want to show you this new tool that I got this week, and I'm really loving it. That is a beading awl, and it's by the Tulip Company. So for those of you who like to use the tulip needles, the same company makes these. Now when you pull the top off, the point is very, very, very sharp. But what it's great for, I've pushed the little thing in here and I didn't mean to, so I'm going to stick that tool in there and pop that back up so that my Rivoli can get back into the place where it needs to be. It's also really great that if you have a bead and you're having a hard time getting through it, you can actually put the tip into that bead and move the bead so that you can get your needle through it. Those pesky super duos that have holes that are plugged, you can punch right down through that hole and pop the little hole in it. So this is a new tool that we've got. You can find it on our website, offthebeadedpathbeadstore.com. We do have them in this mint green color and a pink color, and I will say I lived before it, but now I don't know how I would like to live without it, because it is awesome. So now, if you didn't know before, you know how to make a half hitch knot and how to tie off the thread. When I went to Bead and Button, one of the first times I went, I took a class, and every class that I took, all the designers were not tying off their thread. They were simply stitching the needle through enough with their extra thread that the thread would never come loose. And I mean, honestly, I looked at them and I thought they had lost their ever-loving mind. I thought, bless their hearts. So I said, they're just crazy. I would never do that. But you know, it's one of those things, don't ever say you're not going to do something, because then it always comes back to bite you. So now I've actually found that one of the ways that I do like to finish off my thread is to just stitch through your beads quite a few times. You'll be surprised how well this holds, especially in smaller projects like the earring I just showed you, because you're going through those beads so many times that, I mean, literally it would take a lot for that thing to come apart. And I think I even did a couple, like maybe, I forget the project it was, but not too long ago, one of the projects I did, I told you not to tie off the thread, because you see every single place where you tie off that thread. So that just gives you a little synopsis on how to tie the knot and how to get rid of your thread. And again, if you've not got one of these, definitely check out these tulip awls. They are awesome, guys. They're completely awesome. And one more thing I want to show you. Sabine Lippert, Lippert, and I really hope that I did not completely slaughter her poor last name. But she can be found at try2to bead.com. She has been making some fabulous bangles, little bangle bracelets, and she's making them with this new thread. And let me get it right ways here, see if I can get it. This is what the thread is. There we go. That's the thread right there. I've got it in white, I've got it in what they call red and natural. The really cool thing about this thread is that it's a thread almost like your Sono thread, your Nymo thread, but it has just a little bit of stretch to it. And it's fabulous because if you're like me and you have big hands, a lot of times when you make a bangle, like this bangle here, I had to make it quite a bit bigger on my hand or my arm so that I could get it actually over my hand. With this thread right here, it's fabulous because you can actually make it a little bit smaller, because it will span just a little bit so that it can go over your wrist or your hand, and it is fabulous. I'm loving this thread. We've got it in the 3 colors right now. It's $7.25 for a spool, and a spool has 100 meters, which is 110 yards on it. So that is a really good deal. It's hard to find this in America right now because the only distributor is in the Czech Republic, but you can find all 3 of these colors on our website, which is offthebeadedpathbeadstore.com. Guys, be sure and try it. If you've not seen this thread, this is a definite on my list of must-try products. So, with that being said, I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I will see you on Thursday to teach you how to make the sideshow earrings. Hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.